Hi guys, and welcome back to Ask Nikki. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into today's email question. Hi Nikki, so I have been struggling with a pornography addiction for a long time now. And yes, I am a girl. Anyways, it pushes me away from the Lord and I've tried to get my life straight, but it is not as easy as it seems. I have no idea what to do. I have prayed and repented so many times, but I always go back to it. Do you have any advice? Okay, so, yes, I mean, I know that, like, struggling with pornography is not exactly, like, a common girl thing, but I think that, I know that in life we all have our own kind of things that we're dealing with. And I think that when you're dealing with an issue and you're really trying to overcome something, which is, side note, like a lifelong battle. I mean, we're always like through life as you grow and you change. It's kind of like, maybe this sounds depressing, but I don't mean it in a depressing way. You kind of overcome one thing and then you kind of start working on something else. And then sometimes when you hit trials in life, sometimes those issues that you've struggled with before in the past can kind of flare back up, because innately we all tend to have our own issues that we struggle with, and we tend to be repeat offenders of those issues. So in general, I think when you're trying to really stay away from something and cut something out of your life, hold on, is Bowser growling at a neighbor? No, Bowser, don't growl at them. Anyways, I think in general, when you're trying to cut something out of your life and change something in your life, a good way to do it is to not give yourself the opportunity to slip and fall again. So it's kind of like being easy on yourself and taking care of yourself and not expecting yourself to be Superman. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say you're trying to eat healthy, and I do believe in like balance, but I think if this is something like, let's say you were like an extreme binge eater and you just like ate, then don't expect yourself to be Superman and keep like Doritos and, Crunch bars and Kit Kat bars and Oreos all around the house and be like, I can have balance. I will discipline myself. If you know that for you binge eat a lot, be gentle on yourself and be like, you know what? I'm gonna not have that stuff around the house so that it's not even something that I can grab. I would have to actually get in my car and drive somewhere to do it. But keep something, like a healthy alternative around, and just not give myself that opportunity to fall or make it so easy to fall, like so blatant. And I would say the same thing about pornography. There are parent blockers that you could install in your computer. And, if you have a close friend that you've confided all this to, sorry, this camera's crooked and it's been really bothering me. If you have a close friend that you've confided this to, I would install the parent blockers, block all sites with adult content, and have your friend or whatever trusted person you've told create the password for you, so that you're not making it so easy for yourself. Because right now it's like, you can want and try all you want, but like, we're humans and we tend to fall. And so you have to actually take care of yourself and set up systems so that you don't fall back into that same repeat pattern. So, which leads me to another part. If you haven't told a friend or a family member or just someone that's really close to you, if you haven't told someone yet, I would recommend telling someone that you trust, because sometimes when we let people know who we're close to and trust what we're struggling with, sometimes it makes it more real, and you like can do things to overcome it. And I've never really liked the word like accountability. I think it's like the rebellious side of my personality that's like, I don't need you to keep me accountable, but it is kind of that like word-esque in the sense that, like, for me it's Dan. I'm married to Dan. Like, he knows everything I struggle with and everything that is an issue of mine, and he's able to walk me through and help me and give me counsel, and vice versa. Like, I know everything Dan struggles with, and I know we're married, and it doesn't sound like you're married, so it's different, but you could confide in a close friend or a family member. Like I said, have them create the password for the site, so that it's something that, like, if you really want to give in and you go on, it's like you can't, and then if you go do something else to distract yourself, like go make something good for yourself too, like go make a really good smoothie and then sit down in front of like a really good movie or read a good book or get online and watch YouTube videos or something like that to distract yourself. You make it so that it's not such an easy option. It's not just, oh, every time I feel like I want to, it's just right there. Take that off the table. And I say that I think that's good, like I said earlier, for, a lot of things in life, is to let people know about your struggles and then not make it so easy to fall. because we are all people and likely to fall. Huh, Zoe? Except for you. You're not a person. You're a Yorkie. So, yeah, that is my answer to you. Now, I'm going to open up and look at the Twitter question. Okay, so today's Twitter question says, how do I bring up to my parents that I am ready to move out and get my life going without sounding like I'm rushing it? Thanks. Okay, so there's a couple things here. First off, it depends how old you are. You know, rushing it is kind of a relative term. I know people in like their late 20s that are living with their parents, and I know people that move out like right when they turn 18. And it's kind of different for everyone, and what's right for one person may not be right for the next person. I mean, Dan and I lived with my parents when we were married a couple years ago because it was just the situation that worked out. It was when we were starting YouTube and came back from Singapore. I've done videos on that. But yeah, in terms of like without seeming like you're rushing it, if you're, you know, over the age of 18, I don't think that's really rushing it. And if you're feeling like you want to, I would sit down with your parents and calmly present it to them and be like, I love and appreciate you guys more than I can say for everything you've done for me, but I am ready. I'm feeling like I'm ready to kind of spread my wings and fly. And I have been interested in looking lately at moving out. I would like to kind of experience what it's like to be an adult and start preparing for life and, you know, encountering difficult things in life like paying rent and paying bills and working out those muscles of like getting used to paying bills and taking care of my own home and, you know, having to take responsibility for my own actions and my own schedule. I really want to do that. And I know it's going to be really hard, but I feel like it's something I want to do. And I wanted to let you guys know, yeah, because I'm looking at going that direction in life. And I wanted to get your thoughts and counsel because you're my parents and I love and trust you. So, yeah, that, oop. Are you okay? Did I squeeze your little chest too much? So yeah, and then Bowser's down here. That would be my advice to you, is to just talk to them honestly and let them know the reasons behind why you want to move out. Not just like, I'm moving out, Mom and Dad, peace out. It's like, let them know why, and it'll also make for a smoother transition probably and keep the lines of communication open with your parents, and they're your parents. So, I mean, unless your relationship with your parents is really strained, if you present it to them in a responsible, like all the reasons you want to move out and why, they'll probably be very open to helping you transition into life as an adult. So yeah, that would be my answer to you. Do you have anything to say to that? You're never moving out. You're stuck here forever. Okay, so I will see you all next time on Ask Nikki. Send your messages to asknikkip@gmail.com or hashtag AskNikkiP, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Keep in mind, my opinion really isn't that important, but I'm just gonna give it. I'm always from the camp of going after what you really want and going after your dreams.